Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Geraldine. If it's your first time tuning in, you are welcome. Okay, yeah, my returning subscribers, thank you guys so much for always coming back to watch my videos. I appreciate. Okay, yeah, we're gonna be making yam and beans today, and I wouldn't be wasting much of our time. Yeah, let's get right in and see how I make yam and beans, the Nigerian method. Okay, yeah, let's get in. So guys, like you all know, I've been making my own palm oil for a while now. Yeah, and it's very important for this recipe to use very fresh oil. Yeah, so I'm going ahead right now to just scoop off the oil I had just cooked. So over here is my yam. It's frozen, but I'll be dropping it in normal refrigerator until I need it. Okay, yeah, and here is my black-eyed beans. That's what I'll be using for this recipe. This is how I boil my beans, guys. I pour in hot water and sprinkle in a little bit of salt just to wash it and get rid of any preservatives or whatever they had put into the beans. Yeah, so I'll do this for at least 3 times. Just pour in boiled water and sieve off for at least 3 times. Yeah, and then I'll go ahead and start to steam it. Yeah, I will still wash it again after I had steamed it for a couple of minutes. Yeah, that's how I do it. This process will ensure that every chemical used in preserving the beans is washed off. Yeah, and then you get rid of the complex indigestible sugars that causes bloating. Okay, yeah, this is a sure safe method of doing this. And guys, I was reading somewhere and it said that the black-eyed beans actually boasts of so many health benefits, like it has a balanced amount of carbohydrates, protein, folate, and all those good stuff. Yeah, so it just encourages me to keep using this, even though I would have preferred my Niger brown beans. Yes, yeah, but if you have brown beans, go ahead and use that. Okay, I'm done rinsing with hot water, guys, and over there my water is already boiling for the next stage. Yeah, so I'll be steaming the beans in hot water, and henceforth whatever water I'm going to be adding to my beans is going to be hot water. Yeah, we don't want to go back to cold water anymore. Yes, reason is I learned over time that using cold water, like pouring in cold water while your beans is boiling, could kind of be the reason it doesn't boil, like cook evenly. Yeah. Another thing is, if you want your beans to come out whole, like if you don't want it to crush up while you're cooking them, yeah, you keep to the hot water rule. Okay. So guys, now that our beans is steaming, let's get to meet the rest of our ingredients. I'll be using 2 cubes of star Maggi and 1 cube of Knorr. Like, Knorr cubes come in 2, but I'll be using only 1 of it. Yeah, I'll be blending it alongside my crayfish because it's quite hard to crush with the fingers. I would also be needing this amount of onions, red onions, and habanero pepper. I'll be needing my paprika powder and mixed spices. I'll also be using sucrose, thyme and curry, and turmeric powder. I have my salt and some ginger, about this much. I would also be using scent leaves. I forgot to introduce that alongside the ingredients. Yeah. Guys, I'm going ahead now to wash off my beans one more time. It's been steaming for like 8-10 minutes. Yeah, and I washed it off the last time. Now I'll be pouring in hot water into this pot, a bigger pot this time, and then I'll just pour my beans directly into the pot and pour in enough water to cover the beans. Like, the water in this pot is going to get the beans almost done. Like I wouldn't need to add so much water again. Yeah, and remember I had steamed it, so it's gonna take less time from now on to cook. Here I've cut up my vegetables, the onions and everything. Yeah, and here is my blended crayfish and seasoning cubes. I'll go ahead to measure out my spices into this small container. Yeah, so that way I'll just throw it into the pot when the time comes without wasting much of our time. The beans has been cooking for like 40 minutes, and at this point I checked to see if it has become soft. Yeah, so quickly I'll show you that. See, it's soft now, almost done. So at this point I'm gonna be going ahead to add our yams. We do this so that the two, both the beans and the yam, will get done at the same time. Yeah guys, so another tip what I do is to transfer the beans that is almost done into a different pot. Yeah, so that we'll add the yams beneath and pour the beans on top. That way we avoid the risk of the food getting burnt before it's ready. Yeah, so but I think it's also possible to do it the other way around, like add the yam on top, but this is the best way I know to do this. Okay, yeah, so I'm just pouring in the beans on top. Another reason could be so that the beans absorbs the spices and then kind of sends it down to the yam, and the whole thing will just marinate in the sauce and the yumminess. Yeah guys. So I made sure that the level of the water level is up to the height of the whole thing in the pot, and then I went ahead to start spicing. I've poured in my onions, pepper and ginger, and then the spices I measured out earlier, and then my crayfish and my seasoning cubes. Oops, that one didn't crush very well, but I'm sure it will melt up in the pot. Reason I'm keeping it where I can see it later on. Yeah. So next I will scoop in my freshly boiled palm oil. Yeah guys, palm oil is everything to this recipe. I did put about 3 scoops of that spoon. Yay, it's boiling. And then I normally like to add about a cooking spoon of vegetable oil. Yeah, this is optional, you can skip that. It just does something to my beans that I can't explain. Next, I'm going to be adding some scent leaves. Mine is the frozen type, reason I'm adding this early. Yeah, but if you have fresh ones, you can wait until later. So I'll just put in this amount and cover it to cook, and I keep an eye on it. At this point, I'm tasting for salt. So what we're doing now is just to let it cook until our yam is well cooked. And then I'm putting in some more salt. Yeah, you taste as you cook. If you need more, you add. If you don't need, that's fine. Yeah, at this point the water has almost gone down. Another quick tip guys is not to allow the beans to dry out, otherwise it wouldn't be so like rich in the sauce. Yeah, I like my beans with lots of sauce on it. Yeah, and you do what you like. Okay, so the yam is cooked and it's ready, and it tastes amazing. Now I'm adding the rest of my onions. Guys, I do this because I like the feel of cooked but yet crunchy onions in my food. You can skip that, not a problem at all. At this point, I'll just mix everything because, like I said, we don't want the yam to dry out. We want some of the sauce left. You see that sauce boiling up there? That is everything for this recipe. So we'll cover it to simmer for a couple of minutes and look what we have, guys. Rich and tasty and flavorful yam and beans. So you can go ahead and grill some fish. Yeah, you can use grilled chicken, but fish is the best for this recipe. It's ready, guys. Thank you so much for hanging on, and do give it a try and give me feedbacks. I would appreciate that. Okay, if you haven't subscribed, do that right away. Don't wait anymore. Okay, show me some love. Yeah, guys, thank you so much. Everyone who's been tuning into this channel from the very beginning, you are appreciated. Thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.